Hey, what is up guys? My name is Cameron Gallagher, and today we're going to be showing you how to fake a very dramatic studio setup without having a studio setup. So this is really cool. So basically, we have this clip here that was shot upstairs in my house. Now the way we did this was, there's a light. Now we're in DaVinci Resolve, but then this can go for pretty much any other software, but I'm going to kind of show you DaVinci because you can really fine tune it. So basically, we had a light right above his head. I mean, literally right off camera up here. And we blacked out the windows with some blankets. You can see those in the background there, depending on, if you can see that. We dropped our aperture as low as, we can go, or excuse me, however you want to consider it, high. We were at f2. Or excuse me, actually I was at T15. This is the cinema glass Rokinon. And basically, I blacked out these by putting blankets over, but you can still kind of see some light peeking through here. You can see the stand in the background. The problem is it's not perfectly black, but we wanted to make it look like he was on a soundstage. So I'm going to show you how you can do that very easily. So I'm going to pop back over here. So we can see that we have our first node here. Now what I'm going to do, let's make this. On this first node, I'm going to do a basic correction. So let's bring up our scopes. And let's make those big, and let's make them a little smaller actually. Let's put them over here just so we can kind of see. I'm going to change. I like to use the waveform with just the luma values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brighten up those highlights so we can, and to me that looks pretty good. We want those highlights not too bright, but again, these should be close to the 1000, clip mark. But now watch, the problem is if we turn the shadows way down, we lose so much detail. So you're looking at probably somewhere around here. And then again, same with the midtones. We really can't mess with those too much. So again, we kind of want those midtones right there. But the problem is we can still see a lot in the back here. And it doesn't look super convincing. And I think our white balance is a tad bit off. In this case, I actually did a black and white. So we're going to do a black and white. So to me, that looks pretty good. Again, our problem is you can see that we still have detail over here in the waveform that is in the background. So this is a very, very simple way we can do this. I'm going to get rid of the scopes, but bring them up down there. Bring this down. Let's make a new node, which is Alt-S, or you can just right-click and add node. Alt-S for a serial node, and then Alt-L for a layer node, which then drops this down. So this is how you qualify stuff, things like that. So what we're going to do is on this layer node down here, we're going to grab our window. We're going to grab a circle, click on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this over the length of his body. And we're going to feather and make it pretty close to his head. That'll look pretty good. So if you can see, if we click Shift H, you can see just what we're affecting here. And if I click off on that, it'll get rid of that. Shift H brings us back. And then what we'll do here is we will drop the shadow information even lower and bring those midtones even lower. Now, boom, look at that. Suddenly, we have a full-on studio. It doesn't look like, it looks like he's, in a abyss of black. And all we did basically was use a vignette. But it's a precise vignette. If you were to be in Adobe Premiere Pro, you probably couldn't pull off this precise vignette because, again, we're trying to make sure it's around a very specific point and subject, and that way we can also really dig in deep with that vignette. And it's not even a vignette. We're just darkening the shadows outside of that area that we don't want to, but keeping the shadow information here. So if we wanted to, we could actually even boost the shadows here, which, again, it would look a little much, but I'm going to go back to where we were before. And to me, that looks pretty good. Like I said, you really can't tell. So it's very simple. That's quick little tip to make it look like a very dramatic, theater, or if you want to do poetry, something like that. Hope you guys like this video. Again, it's very quick. I recommend doing this in DaVinci Resolve, which if you did not know, DaVinci Resolve is 100% free. I'm using 12.5. The Pro version does have some nice features, but honestly, I have never come across a time where I need those Pro features. So definitely, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys soon.